It's Week 14 of the National Football League. And coming up, it's the 49ers, Burner at wide receiver. He's been a target machine each week, 5th in the league in receptions. It's the 49ers and the Hawks, and it comes your way next.
From the future site of Super Bowl 60 in a few years' time, there's a look inside Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara. Up next, a good one in the NFC West and a wild card rematch from a year ago, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Russell Wilson leads out the Seattle Seahawks offense. The veteran Wilson, a third-round pick back in 2012.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid.
And right away, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Now Wilson. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Now Wilson. That is caught. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First down, the run with Lynch. Powering forward. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Marshawn Lynch with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And it's all capped off by a Marshawn Lynch touchdown run. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. And they'll be led out by a 4-time Super Bowl champion elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame back in the year 2000. This is Joe Montana.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 8 catches for an even 100 yards.
And in doing preparation for the game, you notice where guys rank in the league.
And it's a fumble.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. The Niners hit 9-3 here on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
On second down now. It's Thomas, and taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
And he ran right through one tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7. Here's 2nd and 3. On On the counter, Gore. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On third down, it's Thomas. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The numbers for him from a week ago, 7 catches, 61 yards.
And he's number 6 in the league in receiving yards, and he plays for his team first. But he also, in the back of his mind, he's thinking, if I can get into the top 5, that might affect his bonus in his contract.
So they'll get nothing out of that play. And now third down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable third down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Play action. It's Wilson. And that's going to be caught. Dwayne Eskridge. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards that time. Here's Wilson. And once again, it's Eskridge. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. They go play action now. Wilson over the middle, complete. It's Lynch. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Wilson now off the bootleg. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Russell Wilson. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to extend their lead.
And that's a sight we feel like we've seen a lot over his career. But remember, for Russell Wilson, 3 in his first year as a Bronco last year and only 15 in the last 8 years. But he still knows how to use those wheels when necessary, and he takes care of business right there.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
They'll look to throw here on first down. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 38 now, here's second down and a yard. This is the 2-time Pro Bowler, Garrison Hurst. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. A give left for Gore. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a second down and 2 coming up. This is caught. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Gore will score. Touchdown 49ers.
2 good drives on their first 2 possessions. Remember, the first wound up in a field goal, but we all know field goals aren't going to cut it in the NFL. So they're not going to be denied here, and they wind up punching this one into the end zone.
Now for the point after. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it ends with a Frank Gore touchdown run. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On second down, Lynch. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. To throw is Wilson. He'll spot Eskridge open left side. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 37.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14. From the shotgun, Wilson. Open man is Eskridge. That's complete. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long.
Touchdown, Seahawks. Aaron Fuller, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to widen their advantage. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
George Kittle and the Niners ready for their next drive. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
They'll run on first down. Thomas, and he'll get this up to about the 40. Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 3. They'll keep it on the ground. Thomas, he'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Here comes third and the length of the football. They'll drop to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
On third down, Wilson.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on fourth down to punt this one away. And Sanders now to return. A good return there, 17 yards.
And they will take over first and 10.
And our focus now shifts to Frank Gore. A 1,000-yard campaign in his sights, Charles, but needs a little bit of a kick here down the stretch to reach it.
And sometimes at this stage of the season, you're looking for that extra goal, right? That extra motivation to accomplish what you want, not just as a team, but as individuals. He's got to stretch a little bit to get there. That might be what they're talking about during the practice sessions in their meetings. Hey, we can still get this done. Let's go ahead and feed him the ball.
And the offensive line, I'm sure they're well aware of where he stands as well.
They are, and I think for them, it would be an even better accomplishment to get there now because it seems like a little bit of a reach.
Here's second and 7.
Now back to throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Joe Montana here going to the air on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Second down and a yard.
Back to throw here. And he will find T.O. on the left side, complete.
And the Niners are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep.
Touchdown 49ers! George Kittle from 8 yards out.
And the 49ers have got it back to within a score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
No run back here for Reed, so this will come out to the 25.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now it's Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Short throw to Disley. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Throwing again here, Wilson.
He'll find Eskridge here complete.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway. But the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's 3rd down.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 23. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they will open their lead up to a touchdown at 24-17. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Here comes the 49ers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. On first down, Wilson. This complete to Lockett. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On 2nd down, Wilson. Short throw to Disley. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Lynch running the counter.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
They go play action with Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Now 2nd and 5.
Now Wilson. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll run with Lynch, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Marshawn Lynch, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try again, but he will not get to the goal line. In fact, he won't get to the line of scrimmage as they push him back to the 2. On 3rd and goal, Wilson to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll be taken down at about the 45.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Owens. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. A dump off here for Gore. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. On the ground, it's Thomas. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. 3rd and goal from the 2, and they're going with a jumbo set offensively. They'll try and push it in with Gore. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. On 4th down, Kyle Shanahan will send out the field goal unit. And this one is right through. And this is back down to a 7-point game.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance. So that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
Marshawn Lynch heading back out into the huddle. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone. And now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage. And, again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter.
And this will be a Seahawks 1st down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Now it's Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Able to find his target here, Largent. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And able to pick up the 1st across midfield to the 47. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. This one into the hands of Largent. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Wilson.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They'll try the middle with Lynch. A gain of 3, second down.
These two teams, they met up in Seattle earlier in the year with the Seahawks coming away victorious. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series.
A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. So they need 6 yards here on third down. They're 2 for 2 on third down tries so far on this drive. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the fourth quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
That's caught. It's Jerry Rice. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. On second down, it's Thomas. Gets around him.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
The throw over the middle taken in, and that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 29-yard line. Joe Montana here going to the air on first down. Drops it underneath to Gore. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
2nd and 5.
They'll look to throw again. Throw right side, caught by Davis. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Back to throw again. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
And there's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
They start the drive with Lynch. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll run again with Lynch. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
116 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Wilson throwing quickly out to Lockett. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Throwing now, Wilson on first down.
He'll find Eskridge here complete.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 2.
Here's Wilson.
He'll get that complete to Parkinson.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And they'll give to Lynch out of the gun.
And they're down to the 41.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Escaping the pressure right. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 21. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down. Now it's Wilson. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now Wilson. And the pressure gets to him again. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Joe Montana on 2nd down.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
So the PI decline, and that'll give them a fresh set of downs.
And when you scout tight ends, one thing you want to know, just how strong they are. And we saw it in evidence there. He was able to fight through all the contact and still secure the football.
Here comes 2nd down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
There's a nice move. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete. Here now, 2nd and goal.
They'll look to throw here. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And his kick is right there. It's good, and this is back down to a 7-point game.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides.
So for the Seahawks, the win is their 5th of the year as they move to 5-8, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.